University of Cincinnati student gets failed for saying, well, the horrible word biological female in a class on gender studies. We've got the story. Speaking of stupid, the University of Cincinnati is a very good school, obviously in Cincinnati. And this gal was just on Jesse Waters' show on Fox explaining that she failed her assignment in gender studies, which is the study of men and women. When she turned in her term paper, she wrote about transgender athletes competing in women's athletics, which is a very big controversy now. In other words, can men with men parts and men muscles and men chromosomes who decide that their name is now Stephanie instead of Steve be swimming against the women swimmers, running against the women runners, boxing against the women boxers, and so on, right? So this gal, a lady, writes this paper. This is her. Her name is Olivia Krolzyk, and she committed the crime of saying in her paper, biological women. She got a 0 on her term paper.
Wow.
The teacher wrote back this: Olivia, this is a solid proposal. However, the term biological women is exclusionary and is not allowed in this course, as it further reinforces heteronormativity, meaning it's normal to be heterosexual. And it's a crime to support heterosexuality. Please reassess your topic and edit it to focus on women's rights, not just female. Women's rights, not just female, and I'll regrade it. This gal who failed said the course syllabus says students can share opinions as long as they do not cause harm to classmates. In other words, this professor says that it's harmful to use the term biological female. In another discussion, the professor says it's not okay to disagree with her when she says white men are privileged and inherently racist or something to that effect. Can you imagine paying, I don't know, $50,000 a year for an education like this? And your kid comes home and says, I did a term paper for gender studies, which is a study of men and women, and I committed the crime of saying women that are biologically born with female parts, and I got a 0, Mom and Dad.
For telling the truth, for getting it 100% correct. That, yeah.
And wait a minute, the good part, and the professor says those words are offensive and they'll make your classmates feel uncomfortable. Rewrite your paper and resubmit, and I will regrade.
Wow.
Okay.
So why are the students going to be reading her paper? Isn't
No.
the
Well,
professor?
I guess that I thought about that, and I think that they discussed the papers in the class.
So you can't discuss the truth any longer, is what it comes down to.
Not in this class.
Yeah, you can't discuss the truth. Yeah. How dare you want to discuss the truth? What is wrong with you?
In a female class, a female studies class, you can't say female.
A female studies class.
So this gal went to the school gender equity group, which apparently evaluates gender problems. And they said that they're going to allow a different professor to grade her paper who doesn't have these same sort of feelings. and that the dean of students or whatever is going to decide what the grade should be. If you had kids in college, would they be at this school for more than 5 seconds?
No, not at all. I mean, kids going to school today, they go for reindoctrination. 100%. If they don't succeed in the grade school and high school, it's like we need to make sure we confirm it in college. I would encourage no one to send their kids, because you send your kids off to college, you're not going to get your child back. You're going to
get a little Marxist revolutionary ready to burn down the house.
Yes, you're not going to get your child back. It's not worth it.
Well, there are a few schools out there, and I was
it is a few.
One of the good ones.
Yeah, there are a few, but by and large, Barry, especially these elite ones, you're not going to get your child back.
Well, it's a hell of a world out there, isn't it, my friend? It's a hell of a world. And that's why we come on every week to tell everybody about it, because you know what? Ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance means this stuff is just going to roll over you, and you're going to wonder, what happened to my world?